Alright, what's going on, guys? Nizu here. I've got a unboxing and review of the Last of Us Survival Edition. Comes in this huge box. Here's the front, the top, the side, and the back. Tells you exactly what's included in the box, which I'll get to in a moment. The specs, 720p. So the box itself is the same quality and material as the Uncharted 3 Collector's Edition. The Uncharted 3 Collector's Edition is much larger, but they will definitely complement each other on your shelf. Inside, you have a little more cardboard that basically houses the Steelbook. So let's get into the features and what's included. First, we have the art of The Last of Us. This is the full 175-page art book published by Dark Horse Books. This is the reason for the very large box. This book measures 9 1/4 by 12 1/4 and is almost an inch thick. This is a hardcover book with a beautiful matte finish. Big fan of this finish. The logo and text is slightly raised and has a glossy white finish. You have an introduction by Neil Druckmann, the creative director of The Last of Us, and Bruce Straley, the game director for The Last of Us. You are more than welcome to pause the video so you can read it. First chapter is on Joel and Ellie. You've got 18 pages with tons of concept art and illustrations for these two characters and how they evolved during the course of production, from the original early character designs and sketches to the final iterations. Different appearances, how they would look in different environments and weather conditions, expressions, clothing, gear, general tone and posture. Some amazing artwork in this section. Next chapter is called The Journey. This is the largest section at almost 100 pages. You've got character art of Joel and his brother Tommy when they were younger, Sarah, concept art of the present day and early moments of the outbreak, quarantine zones and military uniforms, criminals, concept art and illustration of Tess, Marlene, and several other characters you'll encounter along the way. Concept art of the different environments you travel through. This section is absolutely brilliant. The environmental art is most impressive. The post-apocalyptic backdrops and dilapidated environments and all this vibrant color. It creates a disturbing and eerie reality of what the world might look and feel like 20 years after a pandemic wiped out most of human civilization. Ordinary citizens and survivors, their clothing variations, and what they would look like in a post-pandemic world. Next chapter is on the infected. Different stages of fungal growth, early stages of the infection, and the initial growth of fungal spores. When you look at these concepts and try to imagine how a disease like this would manifest itself, it visually makes sense. It's actually believable. I would love to see something like this in live action. I find it very interesting. Infected classes, bloaters, runners, Next chapter is on the world, signage, and advertisements you'll see throughout the game, weapons, several bows, and a collection of weapons, makeshift weapons crafted from limited resources due to the scarcity of raw materials and supplies. These concepts look very deadly. Lots of spiky looking weapons with lots of barbed wire. I'd hate to get hit with any one of these weapons. Next chapter is on marketing. It's basically a collection of key art Naughty Dog has used over the past few years to announce and promote the game. And the last chapter is on American Dreams. It includes some artwork from The Last of Us American Dreams comic, which I'll talk more about in a moment. If you did not get the Survival Edition, but you would like to get your hands on this book, it can be purchased separately through a number of book retailers. For those who are a fan of this game or game-related art and development in general, I think it would be in your best interest to pick this up. This book has some of the most impressive concept art and illustration I've ever seen. Retail price is $39.99. I will leave a link in the description for those interested in purchasing it. The Survival Edition also includes a Steelbook edition of the game. It's got a simple black and white design, black background, white artwork and text, matte finish. You've got a close-up of Ellie on the front. Here's the spine. Close-up of Joel on the back. Clean, simplistic, carries through to the inside. Simple design on the game disc. Beautiful inside cover art. Steelbook has done it once again. I think the design is incredible. Unfortunately, my copy was missing the game's instruction manual, which I read was full color with several pages. Slightly disappointed by that, but I'll find some way to get my hands on it, assuming it's the same manual that comes with the standard version. Also included is issue number 1 of The Last of Us American Dream comic. American Dream is a 4-issue miniseries published by Dark Horse Comics. It's written by Neil Druckmann. Lead artist is Faith Erin Hicks. And this miniseries chronicles the journey of Ellie and a survivor named Riley, and takes place prior to the events in the video game. The comic you get in the Survival Edition has this variant cover, which is the cover they used to announce the comic, and a limited edition print at Comic-Con 2012. Next we have the Sights and Sounds DLC pack. It includes the official soundtrack, a dynamic theme, and 2 avatars. The dynamic theme included is exclusive to the Survival Edition. It's the key art of Joel and Ellie that we all know very well. It's a very subtle theme. The grass moves, and the leaves blow in the wind. Just watch the leaves blow. It's in blow, blow leaves, blow. And grass move. Move grass. When you redeem the voucher, you will see the soundtrack under Games on the XMB. Just click on it to install. Once installed, it will be in Music on the XMB. This is the full soundtrack. You get 30 tracks. You can also purchase this soundtrack separately from your favorite music source. I just finished listening to it and it's amazing. You also get 2 exclusive PSN avatars. You get Winter Joel and Ellie. It also includes the online pass. Not the season pass, the online pass. The online pass allows you to take part in the multiplayer component of the game. This online pass costs $10 separately if you were to, say, borrow or buy the game used. I priced everything separately in this pack, and it's around a $30 value by itself. And lastly, it includes a Naughty Dog sticker sheet with 2 Naughty Dog stickers. A lot of thought went into this package. Everything included has value. All value with no fluff. Some special editions come with a lightweight version of an art book, side by side with a full version, and I'm glad they decided to include the full version right out of the box. Steelbooks nowadays are usually offered with pre-order only or not at all in the US, and I'm glad that's included right out of the box. The comic book with the variant cover was a limited release. It's a collector's item, and that's in the box. The official soundtrack is official. Some special editions include a soundtrack that's watered down with a small selection of songs from the game. This is the full version, and that's in the box. If you were to price all the components separately, the price for the Survival Edition is around $175. $40 for the art book, $60 for the game, $40 for the Steelbook case if you were to try to purchase that separately, and $30 for the DLC pack. I got it for $79.99 plus tax, which is a fantastic value and one of the best values of any special edition in the last 3 years, in my opinion. If you have any questions or comments about the Survival Edition, feel free to leave them in the comment section below. Check the description for links to where I purchased it and where you can purchase the art book, the soundtrack, and the American Dreams comic separately. Once again, this has been an unboxing and review for The Last of Us Survival Edition. Take care.